At first, when I started cold approaching girls on streets, I didn't get any results. I've talked to 11 girls and all of them either said they had a boyfriend or they instantly signaled that they weren't interested. Then I realized I have to change the way I cold approach girls, and since then I started getting Instagrams, phone numbers and even dates. So in this video I'm gonna reveal what I was doing wrong and what I have changed in order to make my cold approaches successful. Let's get into it, brother. For the first 11 cold approaches, I used the same very phrase. Hello, you look beautiful. And as a reply to this phrase, girls usually said thank you, and after that I would start a conversation with them. I would talk about basic shit like where you're from, where you're going, you actually look Polish. And some of those conversations went pretty well, we actually had very good conversations, but whenever I asked the girl to hang out sometime, they would always say they had boyfriends, which might be true, but most of the times it's just a good reply to basically reject guys. So, what is wrong with the approach, hello, you look cute? This approach can work if you are a handsome guy, if you are basically 8, 9, 10 out of 10 chat. Basically, if you look like a guy, the girl visualizes when she touches herself in her bedroom. If you look like the girl's dream guy, then yes, you can 100% cold approach her, hey, you look beautiful. And this will work for you. And if you're a handsome guy, the girl will be actually curious to talk to you. She'll want to know more about you and she'll invest quite a lot in the conversation. Because looks do matter when it comes to girls. If you are a handsome guy, if you look like a chat, this will make the girl interested and she'll consider you as a potential option to hang out and even have sex. Take care of your looks, bro, because this fucking matters. This will 100% correlate with how many of your cold approaches are gonna be successful. The better you look, the more the girl will be interested to know more about you. So you can basically, if you look like a 10 out of 10 G, you can set any bullshit, and in many occasions you'll actually have a good conversations and you potentially can sleep with any girl you want. Anytime I made those 11 cold approaches, I was far away from being a 10 out of 10 chat. I was just an average looking guy, 4 or 5 out of 10, which most of us are, right? So, for us, the cold approach, hey, you look cute, is not gonna work so well as for more handsome guys. We're just gonna appear as random guys who talk to girls, so she's not gonna invest so much in the conversation. Of course she'll say thank you, the girl will like it, girl may even like us, but she's not gonna consider us as potential options. And in our case, it's more about our charisma, our personality, basically how much of funny and interesting persons we are. When you make a cold approach, hey, you look beautiful, you may appear as needy, and hot girls hear that they are beautiful 10 times per day. 10 times per day, bro. There is nothing special in such a cold approach. Here is the better strategy. First of all, focus on having fun by yourself, or do anything you were doing anyway. So for example, you're doing bench press in the gym and you see a cute girl. You come to her and instead of saying, hello, you look beautiful, you just can say, hello, what are you training today? And now you're having a meaningful conversation about something which is happening in the moment. You both are doing workout, so you talk about workout. Basically, instead of you saying you look beautiful, I want to fuck you, because this is what the girls think when you say they're beautiful. This is kinda obvious. Of course, you want to fuck them if they're beautiful. Now, you have a normal human being conversation about something which is happening in the moment. And so, here are 2 examples from my life about successful cold approaches which has led me to go on a date with girls. Story number 1. We'll call this girl Katharina. So, I saw a pretty girl on the bus stop and she was listening to music. And me, as a social funny guy, I was interested in what kind of music is she listening to. So, I came to her and I asked her, what music do you listen in? And she gave me her earphone and we started listening to music. Then we had such a great conversation. We were both interested in talking to each other. And finally, I asked the girl out, we exchanged our numbers and we went on a date. So, what I did well in this cold approach? Like bro, let me tell you something. If you want to fuck as many girls as you want, the best way you can appear to the girls is that you're just a funny social guy. You're a funny social guy. So you basically talk to them to have fun by yourself. Not because you want to fuck them, you didn't fuck for a lot of time, so now you saw a pretty girl, hey, you're beautiful, let's see if we should fuck. No, you're just a funny guy who just has fun, and so the girls want to join your life as well, because girls also want to have fun. Black guys are especially good at being those kind of guys who just have fun. Bro, you've probably seen a lot of times some black guy who's just a very funny guy who ends up getting those girls pretty easily. This is how you should behave as well. Like bro, basically, behave like a black guy. So what has happened? I was waiting for my bus on the bus stop and I was bored as fuck and I wanted to have some fun. So I just, as a normal guy, I talk to people when I'm bored. So I saw the girl and I came to her and I was genuinely interested in what kind of music she was listening to. So I'm a retard, so I came to her and I said, hello, what music do you listen to? That's it, bro. Just, like bro, you have to allow yourself do more than society has made it normal to do, you know? Like, in school they made you sit still like this. This is not how it's gonna be, bro. Just have fun, be like an open guy who just isn't afraid of talking what he wants to talk about and doing what he wants to do, bro. Another example, we'll call this girl Christina. Another time, I was waiting for my bus on the bus stop. Like bro, waiting for the bus on the bus stop is actually a good opportunity to talk to people around you, because everyone is bored and everyone wants, bro, everyone dreams about some funny person to start a conversation with them secretly. And girls as well. When I was waiting for my bus, I was doing like quiz on my phone to learn for my driving license. Like basically I was studying for my driving license on my phone. And there were like questions which I had to answer. And I was doing those questions and I was sitting next to a pretty girl. So I just asked her, do you have a license? Do you know an answer for this question? Like bro, that's it. You're doing something and you just ask the person near to you what she was thinking about it. And she said she didn't have a driving license. And we had a very funny conversation about what I'm gonna do when I get the driving license, how I'm gonna travel the world with the car. And I also said that I'm gonna take the girl together with me. Bro, we had such a good conversation. And when I asked the girl out, we went on a date. So bro, as I said, girls are attracted to a guy who has fun. A guy who has fun by himself and just talks to people to not being bored, to just have some fun. And this is kind of energy you need to have to make successful cold approaches. When you're this kind of guy, when you're a cold approach girl, you're gonna appear as non-needy, which is very important because being needy is the worst, the most unattractive trait you can possibly have as a guy. You appear as a socially confident guy, as a relaxed guy, and overall you're gonna be a funny and interesting person to talk to. And this, bro, this is not only about girls. Whenever you want to make friends with someone, this is also the kind of energy you need to transmit. You're just a social, funny person who is funny to talk to. And you're gonna be kind of guy the girls will want to go on dates with and the guys want to be friends with. Like bro, you remember in the primary school, some kid has brought a toy dinosaur with himself and he shows it to everyone and he talks about it all the time and everyone is so curious to play with his dinosaur. And bro, this is the kind of energy you need to have as an adult as well. Talk about shit you're interested in. Share something which is important to you and let yourself, allow yourself, do what you want and say what you genuinely want to share with people. Bro, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.